Hey, what's going on, everybody? Chris here from Tested Speed Shop. Back out here, we're working on the bird. So, where did we leave off? Oh, we got the quarter panel fitted up in the last video.
Yep.
And then last night we got the wheel well all in, nice and solid. So we did some seam sealing and sprayed some weld through zinc primer on everything to try, and now we're getting ready to put the quarter on. One thing we did have to do is we were looking at the fitment issues. We were having problems with the fitment on the quarter panel, and we ended up having to take our piece out that we made. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw the quarter panel up on there, because what was happening was that it was holding the quarter panel out too far, and it wasn't laying flat with the trunk drop off. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and scab it in if we can after we get the quarter panel on, because it pulled everything back into where it needed to be. So now we're hitting the trunk drop off and everything. We discovered that last night after we got everything welded up. So we'll see what we can do with it. We'll try and make something work. I mean, you know, you can only do what you can, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't see a problem being able to fit the scab that in there after the quarter panel is welded off.
No.
So that way the quarter panel's not going to move after we finish welding it up.
No.
And then we can just trim off of that piece and just put it in there, hopefully.
Yeah. So
Until we get to that point.
we're hoping that we can actually try and do something with that to try and you know, just get it out of the way. So, but that's where we stand right now. We're ready to put it on. So, seam sealed up where we had dug all that shit out in the trunk, and went over a couple of welds and sealed in here in this seam, because once the quarter panel's on, you can't even get in there. So I figure, well, we'll seam seal that while it's on here. That way we can go ahead and when we get it on there, that's all sealed up into there. So hoping, we're getting ready to do it.
Yeah.
So
All plugged and ready to go.
yep, that's all drilled out. Quarter panel going through. You got everything drilled out on the quarter. So now all we got to do is just plug weld everything up. So we're ready to roll. We just got to get it up there. We're just waiting for some stuff to dry up a little bit, and then we're going to start burning it in. Start getting everything done. Drill a hole down our trunk drop off for one of our plugs. That's about it.
Yeah.
So a lot of it last night was just we started welding the. When did we start welding the wheel well in? We started on that. We started on that Thursday. Yeah, 'cause it was 70 degrees out.
Yeah, we had it all.
So we had it pretty much welded all in.
Pretty much. We had about 13 inches left to
Yeah,
go.
it had 13 inches left in the seam to do. So we did all that Thursday.
Yeah. We had the trunk drop off,
So,
welded.
Yeah, everything's.
Pretty much a wheel weld, except for about 13 inches of it.
Yep. So everything's done. You know, all we got to do now is just get the quarter on. Play the game there. So, sorry I haven't been recording. Thursday was a little difficult because we needed a few hands, and my camera was dead. And today we just got to working because we just want to get things done. And when you're trying to record and get things done, usually just doesn't work out. And I have a nasty habit of forgetting the camera. So.
And the biggest thing too, I like about this, that when you're doing it, you get good, well-proof primer, which is stuff Chris got. It's really good. It doesn't burn away. It doesn't flake off. It doesn't interfere with your welding. It just stays right on there.
Yeah, it works
So for
really good.
Welding,
Yeah.
welding for me, welding one of these in has been great
This is what we got.
because it won't burn off.
We got this stuff
So you
here.
want to use good weld-proof primer.
Up pole
We do a
weld
lot of
number
plug
2. This is the zinc stuff. Yeah,
You said they had copper too.
they had copper also, but I got the zinc.
I like the zinc.
So, because the zinc seems to work good. This stuff works good. It dries quick too.
It dries quick.
It
and
only-
it doesn't come off when you're welding. When you're doing plug welds, it doesn't come off and interfere with your welding.
Yeah.
Like some weld-proof primers will just burn off and interfere with the, start burning and interfere with the gas, because we're using gas, we're not using flux core wire. I hate flux core wire. And so for using gas, that stuff's nice because it doesn't burn off and interfere with the gas. Because you get any kind of smoke burning off of any kind of primer, it'll affect the gas, and then you
Yeah.
got holes and mess you got to try to fix.
Hey,
And
we're-
that stuff there, I really
We were having problems last
really
night
impressed with it.
with the undercoating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the undercoating.
They undercoated the living shit out of this car. Amazing, it rotted out with all the freaking crap that's in it. I mean, it is everywhere. It is. It's over the wheel well. It's in the goddamn
Like they did
quarters. I mean, it's like they dipped the whole car in it. I mean, it was Z-barred. You could see the plugs in it. They Z-barred it sometime in its life, and that crap is every place. It's all over. Because when we were doing the front end on it, remember, we caught the fenders on fire a couple of times because it had so much undercoating in it.
Yeah.
It's just amazing it even rusted to begin with all the nasty crap they had in this thing. And you can't get it off. The problem is it's everywhere. You just can't get to it all. And he was having trouble because right on top of where we joined the wheel wells at, there was a bunch of undercoating up there. Well, you can't get your hand in there to get to it. I guess if the whole quarter was off, we could have cleaned it off, but that stuff's nasty. We've already had a lot of run-ins with that stuff already on the front end, and even on the door over here when we did the passenger door, when we were heating it up trying to get some of the dents out, which we still got to do some more work on this thing. But even when we were doing the doors, I caught the door on fire a couple times because it was just so thick in there. It was just running off and everything. It's just horrible. So, all right. Well, we're going to throw the quarter up there. We're going to start doing some welds, and we'll bring you back. Well, we're back. And we got a quarter panel that is tacked on to the car. So we just have it tacked right now. We don't have it welded completely across the top or anything. We got all the plug welds done in the wheel wells and then the trunk drop off. And it's looking pretty good. So far, so good. So we just got to figure out this mess here. We got it fitting pretty good, but we just got to figure out our gaping hole here. So we're still working with this. We're gonna get some dinner because we're hungry. We've been out here working all day on this thing. So it's looking pretty good. Looks decent.
It fitted up nice.
It did.
Didn't,
I'm pretty happy with it.
no big warping issues or fitment issues.
Nope. And it sounds
Even in the backwards. Yeah.
sounds like a solid panel, except for the bolt jingling back there. So it's coming together. No more rust. All the rust is gone.
Some boneyard.
Yeah, it's in our pile of stuff, leftover metal. So yeah, but that's where we're at right now. So I guess tomorrow we'll try and finish this up, get it all welded up, figure out how we're going to attack this down here, see if we can put our piece of metal in there and see how that's going to work out.
Assuming we can't make that work.
Yeah,
I really don't.
well, we'll figure something out.
Yeah. plan A is not going yet.
No, not yet. We did.
On the sideline.
We did move the plan B, which is just eliminate the body line and make it one solid piece.
Yep. Always
And that might happen too. But we're gonna try and put something in there to make it look right, if possible. So it's coming along. We're doing pretty good. So we're hungry. We're gonna go get some dinner, and we'll start back on this tomorrow.
I'll show you how to properly.
Yeah, Tom's gonna show us how to do that.
Yeah. It looks hideous, but there's a proper way of bridging and making it look pretty.
I'm not the welder.
Have to show you how
Tom is the welder.
Because we'll bridge it, make it look pretty.
Yeah.
Once it's, we knew we were going to have a little bit of fitment issue back there anyway, so we knew we were going to have some. But it's not. It can be welded. You just have to do it right.
Yeah, welding's a skill I never mastered. So, and Tom, he's a welder. He does that for a living. So
Yeah,
he does it all day long. So he's the go-to guy for welding.
you just have to take your time doing it so you don't warp the panel.
Yeah.
You have, it's going to be. It won't be. You're just not going to go down and zip down through there. You got to take your time.
Yeah, it's gonna take. We'll show you that tomorrow when we get back on it.
Yeah, I'll show you
So.
before I start.
But
That's going to be dead last anyway.
yeah,
We're going to be fitting that.
we're gonna be fitting that piece of metal in there.
Yeah, we're not doing anything in the back until we get that in there.
Yep.
I mean, I can do the front, the bottom, and the front, and work back. If you do all that, you're saving tail end last.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna sign off for now. We'll bring you back when we're getting more stuff done. Up in the top corner.
Oh, we're cooking with grease now, son. Let me see. Look there.
Yeah, you're pointing at the door.
Yeah, but is it recording?
Yeah, it's on.
We'll edit that out of this video.
We'll edit that out.
Helmet cam. It's the helmet cam. Keep going. Sticking around. Man, that was a pro move there. You better take it easy.
Yeah. What's that?
Doing the old reach around into the sharp edged wheel well.
Oh yeah.
You'll be in direct contact and get fucked up.
Yep. As soon as you hit the wrong edge of the disc.
If you hit a sharp corner with that disc.
Yeah, it's kind of.
I'd take that edge down a little further the whole way up.
Yeah, there's some more up there. Well, hey, we're back. Excuse me. And the quarter panel is on. So we got everything welded across here. Got our piece put in back here, which was kind of a pain. So we ended up having to push the tail panel in and drill it and put some spot welds in it to hold it to this panel that we made, because it just kept bowing out and we couldn't get it real straight. Not that it looks real straight now, but it's better than it was. It was sticking way out. Now it's in tight and everything's looking good. So, and then this is the piece off the original quarter. We had some problems, but this is where it all got hit. So So for having mangled up metal, it looks good. So now I gotta grind down the spot welds in the wheel well and down on the trunk drop off. And we gotta trim this lip back because they give you like 8 inches more metal than you actually need. And once that's all done, then bodywork time. So we'll start body working it out and getting that all taken care of. So. Yeah, Tom.
Looks good. Looks good.
A lot of finagling back here in the back.
Yeah.
But we got it, and it looks decent. Looks good.
You know,
What are you looking for? Oh, it's up on the table there somewhere. Where is it? Did you find it?
you know, you guys saw when it was gapped. You had something at the door. But you saw back in the video, you saw how it was spaced. We just wasn't much we could do because of all the other fitments we had to contend with, but we knew it was going to be a mess back here. But you run into that problem when you got a wide space. I have a piece of, this is beryllium, it's like a brass, it's a real heavy brass, and nothing will stick to it. So I just stick it inside the panel here, right behind where it was gapped. And I did this area with this, and then the rest of the down through here, just found a piece of scrap metal and grind it down to fit in there real good, and just welded it in all the way down through here where we had all that spacing. And that's the trick of filling, because you don't want to bridge. If you try to bridge all that wide gap, you're going to end up warping this all up.
Yeah, try
So we,
not to heat it up too much.
So we just scabbed a piece of metal in those wide places, fit it in there nice and even and tight, and then just weld it all in. And you won't see it in the back. I mean, you'll see what happened up here on the back side, inside because it was, but it's nice and smooth. And that's just two things you can use if you end up having wide. You don't want to have wide gaps like that, but if you do, that's what I do to make them so you don't warp the panel, so we can fill it in. That's just that's the best thing to do.
Yeah.
The best thing to do is have a nice tight gap, but if you don't, like we did,
we ended up having all that
That's the best way to
space.
do it, to keep from warping the panel.
We had all that space in there, so.
Yeah.
Boy, this battery must be junky. Yeah, it's just down a little low. I have another battery. I should probably start using that. This one just goes dead so quick, it's probably just worn out. And this camera's pretty old. So. Alright, well that's it for now. Quarter panel's done, it's nice and solid, sounds good. No more metal flapping in the breeze. So. Alright. Yeah, now it's body work time. So, slinging mud. That's probably not going to happen for a little bit until it starts to warm up a little more. So, but we'll see. Alright, till the next time.